Hey, what's going on, guys? Ozark here. On the eve of the PS3 release of DLC content, I wanted to come out with a tips video for the map Hydro, and this is going to be more of a play-by-play. I want to give you guys my insight. I want to give you guys my thoughts as I'm watching the gameplay back. You know my exact strategy, you know why I do the strategy, and kind of just give you, suggestions for what I would do differently here. I always start out my games the same way. I start out with submachine guns. I try to be extremely aggressive. I try to push up towards the B flag. If that doesn't work, I'll go for a flank. Usually that will work, and I'll be able to get off a couple kills. If I notice that I'm meeting resistance, like right here, this guy with a light machine gun spraying, I know he's not going to move. I saw he also had flak jacket. I tried to C4 him, so I knew that wasn't going to work. That flank is pretty much garbage. I can't run that way anymore. Now, I switch off to a complete opposite class. A lot of people hate on this class, but I've actually found a purpose for it. I talked about it in my last video of how strong the target finders are. I'm just trying to learn different situations of when I can use these, and there's certain maps where enemies can camp on, and it's pretty hard to extract them out of those spots, and there's not really much you can do. One of these maps being Hydro. Okay, the thing with Hydro is on the top, at the B flag, on the top, there's an overlook on both sides, like this little, I don't know what the hell you call it, this little walkway area. People like to snipe there. They like to camp there with assault rifles. If you don't extract them out of there, capping B is going to be a pain in the ass because they will sit there. And then you're also going to have to deal with the people that are rushing the B flag. So you're not going to be able to kill both of them. What I've personally found is this target finder class with FMJ is going to help you shoot through the cover that they camp behind. They don't stand a chance, and you'll see how many FMJ kills I get this match. I mean, I probably get over 10 kills with FMJ alone in this one game. It's extremely helpful. You see right here, it's not quite working as well because even though I do have like one or two teammates pushing up, most of my team is still sitting in the back of the map and they're not moving. When your team won't come with you to B, you want to use this green generator behind B and just stay there until your team decides to move up and provides a distraction. You see here, again, I try to move to B, and I'm met by snipers. So that strategy, in my mind, that same exact route that I'm trying to do is not working. Right here, I get lightning strikes. So I switch back to the PDW class, and I immediately go for the flank. Now at this point, I'm thinking, alright, I have to get these guys off of that little walkway up top. If we don't get them out of there, we're not going to be able to cap B. So I decide to push in the spawn. I'm met with just too much resistance. I see two enemies inside of that room, and I know one of those had an LMG, so I'm pretty sure that that's the guy that had flak jacket. I know I can't C4 him out of there. So I decided to take the best route, which is the direct path over here to B. Usually I can drop down here and there's not a guy waiting on me. Unfortunately, there was a guy waiting. You'll notice that if you do camp in that middle room by B, you're going to get flanked from that ladder a lot. And a lot of you PS3 guys, when you guys get these maps, what you're going to find is that you're not going to be able to flank the sides of the map very often. Almost all the time, there'll be somebody on the right side and there'll be somebody in their spawn on the left side. Like if you try to run this water route, not only do you have the little announcer guy and the waves that come through, and that'll stop you twice a match, but also like in the back over here, you see how I'm finally pushed to the spawn? They spawn in big waves like that, so you're not going to be able to do anything back there. Again, like I said, best route to take is straight up the middle towards the B flag, and you want to stay towards that middle building. I would probably say, as far as weapon choice goes, to stay away from the submachine guns on this map. This is probably the hardest DLC map, and it's probably the one you'll hate the most when you first start playing on them because of the way it's set up. It's another one of these, football field style maps, up and down, with very few flanks, and the flanks that they do have are overlooked. Well, so right here, I noticed that the submachine gun wasn't working again. I heard them calling in UAVs, so I switch it off, shoot out the UAVs, try to get my points, and take a look at the target finder doing work. The thing about the target finder, what I've noticed, is that because of the zoom, you feel the aim assist more so than if you had iron sights, and also you can aim quicker at distance. So if I'm aiming and I'm shooting at one of the little squares, if another guy walks into my path, like right there, and another square pops up, I can change targets and see them faster than if I didn't have this thing on. So that's why it's so good. And you notice this little thing that they're sitting on up there, the walkway. You like when they duck down on a knee, they're behind cover, and if you have like a submachine gun, you won't be able to penetrate that. If you have an assault rifle, you can probably do it, but it's gonna take a lot of shots. So LMG, you just want to put on the FMJ and spray, and you're gonna see that happen a lot in this second round. Let's take a look here at what ends up happening. I did build myself up to a VSAT here. A nice flag cap. This is the VSAT, and I'm running VSAT, dog, and swarm. Now, when you call these things in, you want to try to, like, if the game's close, such as here, like right now, I think we're down 8 points. I use the VSAT to keep the enemy suppressed. I end up earning dogs here in a second. Right here, I get another FMJ kill. Once I earn the dogs, never call your dog and swarm in together unless you're confident that your score streaks will recycle, or excuse me, your score streaks will cycle over again, and you'll be able to call in another set. This way you can maximize your kills, you can maximize their ability to suppress the enemy. You'll see here in a second. You see these guys? I knew that they were camping last game up there, and I knew they would go up onto the opposite side. So what do? I wait on them with the target finder. What I've found on a lot of the maps is most of the sniper overlooks are usually in a window, and you can shoot through the window sills with the FMJ target finder. It's pretty awesome. That's really one of the ways that I like to use this thing. This is not very effective camping in the back of your spawn. Like, a lot of people abuse this thing because they sit in the back and they wait for you to rush them. But I like to use it in a more defensive, aggressive way. Like, I'll push up towards the B flag and I'll just try to keep the enemy pushed back in their spawn. Like you'll see here, when you look through this window, it looks directly into their spawn, and you'll see me do this over and over. I do get a little overconfident right here. I'm just spraying, and I will get eventually taken out. But you saw me calling the dogs. Dogs are going to work. I'm holding this swarm because I know if I do die, this is still a close game, and if we lose B, I'm gonna have to find a way to push the enemies back, and they do end up taking B from us here in a second. Right here's where I was saying I was getting overconfident. I'm too spray happy right here. You gotta wait till, you know, they come into your line of sight. I end up getting taken out by a guy up top because I'm sitting there spraying my gun off, giving away my position. Don't take the shot unless you know you're gonna kill the guy, or unless you think you can wall bang him. Like I said earlier, if you can't push this B building right here, you want to stay behind that green generator. I didn't use my cover there. I get killed. And this is the path you want to take over and over to make sure, and you know, just to make sure that you do win the game. Obviously, you're going to lose if you're sitting in the back up top while the enemy has B, because they're not going to move. They're not going to be able to flank you. They're just going to sit in their spawn. This is the generator you want to wait by for your team to push. I did call in the swarm. That helps push them back. Now we got B back again. Now we pretty much won the game. I run past the guy here. I didn't see him jump out the window until it was too late. Swarm ends up killing him though. Here I do get killed. Sloppy aim on my part. It happens. Let me work my way back over here. You gotta watch this ladder here because a lot of people flank right there. They will always climb that damn thing. And this is what I'm talking about. You can change targets so fast when you have this thing equipped, and when you have an LMG that you can just spray with. You don't have to worry about reloading. See how it looks right into their spawn? They're spawning in the back over there. They will consistently run out towards that direction. Target finder, you can see which way they're running. If you notice a lot of guys are running towards the right, then you know to start watching that ladder. Right here, another FMJ kill. I shoot right through that piece of cover up there, and you can see him coming before he's able to aim at you. Right here, I do get shot in my back. See, I get flanked from the ladder. And this game has pretty much become a victory at this point. We're up 30 points. You want to stay away from that right side as well. UAV goes up, shoot that shit out. Be a good team player.
It's too close.
Look at
Push
this.
back.
Not even really aiming, just spraying. Spraying with the LMG. Now I see why people use this so much. Incredibly strong. I mean, look how fast I'm able to change targets because they light up on my screen. I can see this guy coming. He's not even on my screen yet. I know he's coming.
Be advised, hostile care package inbound.
And that's pretty much the end of this game. Alright. So, I mean, you guys saw me turn nothing into something right there. I ended this game, what, 47-16? It's a pretty average game for me. But yeah, guys, when you guys start playing on Hydro, my best tip for you is go straight up towards the B flag. Be careful of those snipers. If you have trouble with the snipers, whip out that damn target finder. Try to stay away from the default target finder class. So make your own class. Exchange that cold-blooded for toughness. You guys are going to see a big, huge difference. You guys are going to crush these damn snipers when the maps come out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you next time. Peace.